As we approach the 1-year anniversary of the Nintendo Switch 2, I want to revisit it and once again ask the age-old question, why does this thing exist? Over the past year, Nintendo's been doing a terrible job properly telling us why we should go and grab one, especially to those who already have a Switch. Like, what the fuck is actually new? Can someone tell me how scratching the Switch 2's Joy-Cons on my desk while I'm playing Mario Paint is an essential part of the Switch 2 experience? Well, as luck turns out, there was a surprise Nintendo Giga Leak that went completely unnoticed, and a rejected version of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was found in the leak, which I think is a massive improvement over the one we got. So let's take a look, shall we? Hello Nintendo shareholders, Nintendo fans. Today I want to talk to you about all the cool new shit we have to offer for the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 video game system is a video game system that plays video games designed for the Nintendo Switch 2 video game system. In fact, it plays a ton of popular games already on the original Switch, like Hentai Games Collection,
oh my goodness!
and Block Knockers.
Oh my goodness!
If you love those games on Nintendo Switch, you'll love them in 4K because... That's right, bitches. This is the most standout feature. We finally caved in and added 4K support when docked, with a 1080p screen in handheld mode. We know this has been a feature across other consoles as early as 2016, but fuck you. We're different like that. We do our own thing. Okay, get this. You know that USB-C port at the bottom of your Switch 1? Well, guess what? We added a second USB-C port on the top of the console. That's right. The Switch 2 has 2 USB-C ports. This is the most standout feature of the Switch 2. In fact, that's the reason we called it the Switch 2. Now you can finally charge your console while in tabletop mode. Isn't that such an incredible feature worth $450? Nintendo has once again revolutionized the game industry, because for the first time ever, Nintendo Switch 2 will feature a microphone inside the console. This is the most standout feature of the entire console. If you're thinking to yourself, wait, didn't the DS have a microphone? No, it didn't. Now you can talk to your buddies from all over the world just from your living room. But you'll have to pay us first. Hey, fucking subscribe to Night Owl or I'll siphon your car's gas tank. Bitch. We all know how much of a joke the original Switch's kickstand was. So, with the OLED model, we put the kickstand inside of the console itself. But we recently looked at the kickstand on the Switch OLED and thought to ourselves, what the hell is this? Why is it just a flat piece of plastic? That won't go toward our goal of going carbon neutral by 2190. By making the kickstand have only the edges, we save $10 of manufacturing. With this design, you can use it as a fucking flashlight for all we care. With the most standout feature being the new Joy-Cons, we realized there were too many Americans who put the original Joy-Cons on wrong and got pissed when they had to use more than 1% of their strength to remove it.
Boo! Haunted house!
Well, now with the Switch 2's Joy-Cons, we made them attach magnetically. The click sound is worth putting a mortgage on your home. You can also use them as a mouse, like we said earlier. This is essential because we needed to find ways to make the Switch 2 worth the upgrade. What games will support it? I don't know. Quick, think of something. How about, DEI Rocket League? And if you're asking if we fixed the Joy-Con drift, well, guess what? Here's a cease and desist for bitching about it. You can also buy these for $100 separately. The most standout feature of the Switch 2 is the storage. We all know how stressful it is to have only 32 gigs of internal storage. So, with the Switch 2, we now have 2 terabytes of storage. Oh wait, sorry, that's the prototype. The one we'll have you buy will have 256 gigabytes of storage. Let's hope GTA 6 doesn't come out on here or you'll be fucked. Oh yeah, I almost forgot this was a game console for a minute. Yeah, remember that whole big event we did to present the original Switch? We had all the big hitters in one go. Splatoon, Mario Odyssey, some obscure IP, Zelda, a tech demo. Well, this time we got a Mario Kart game with less content than the predecessor, including DLC, Donkey Kong Odyssey, Kirby, who would have guessed, DEI Rocket League, a Zelda game but not really a Zelda game, and a tech demo. Usually we throw something like that into the console, but you know what? We're Nintendo. Iwata's not here anymore, so we don't have to do that. Doing something nice doesn't look good for our shareholders anyway. That's not all though. After years of hearing fans bitch and moan about not having any DS Virtual Console, we finally did it. That's right, GameCube is coming to the Switch 2. What, did you actually think that top port was for a top screen attachment? Wow, you really are an idiot. Now, you're looking at this thing, and other than, what does this thing do that my Switch can't? You're probably thinking, oh me, oh my, tell me Nintendo, what happens if I press this C button here? We looked at our competitors' controllers and made a shocking discovery. There's no button that directly puts money in our pockets. So, with the Nintendo Switch 2, we're introducing what we consider the most standout feature of them all, Game Chat. Pay us, and we'll turn game night into a corporate-friendly entertainment event in which your associates will have family-friendly expressions when you beat them in a race. You just need our $60 camera to experience this standout feature. And if you dare plug in some $5 Logitech webcam from Goodwill, we will come to your house in the middle of the night, and you will never be seen again. Oh, Saul, looks like you've won once again. I am quite enjoying this Nintendo product. Buy more stocks. This button costs money. I'm serious. Press the C button and one of our ninjas will come to your house and demand money. Don't worry, you'll have fun after. I even wanted this button to stand for cash, but somehow that's the only thing Furukawa said no on. In fact, you might be asking why our next gen console is just another Switch. Didn't we learn this from the Wii U? We were going to have an original design, thinking it'll get more people to buy it, but our shareholders were incredibly against that idea. Anyway, that's the Nintendo Switch 2. Mid-2010s hardware, mid-range smartphone storage, Joy-Cons with features no game will ever use or even know about. For example, do you know what this is on the original Switch? Yeah, exactly. A kickstand? Why the hell did we make the kickstand a notable feature? And a shitty Discord knockoff with a button that charges you money. This is the Nintendo Switch 2, and it can only be yours for $500 and counting. Gotta keep that economy in mind. Anyway, I'm Koizumi. Go fuck yourself. Wow, that was terrible. By the way, I was the one behind the Giga leak. I have an 8TB hard drive containing thousands of Nintendo secrets. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you hated this video enough, I might make a video on some other hidden Nintendo secrets. Okay, good night.